Hello guys, Underplayed here. This is part 4 of exploring the Deepstone Crypts early. At the end of the last video, I was in front of 4 tubes and I said I was going to show where those 4 tubes lead. I'm currently on the other side, and before I even move, because I pretty much literally if I even turn the camera there's going to be massive spoilers, I would like to warn everybody that if you stumbled upon this video, this is spoiling the Deepstone Crypt raid. Currently it is Wednesday of the second week of Beyond Light, and the raid is slated to come out on Wednesday. Be warned, there's massive spoilers ahead. Trust me, if you haven't seen the raid and you want to be surprised, please click off this video. But thank you for clicking on it, though. I appreciate it, but I want to do you a favor because trust me, this raid is going to be amazing. With that disclaimer out of the way, I'm going to turn the camera and blow you all away. 3, 2, 1. So, this is the beginning of the space area. This is where the fun begins. I've been waiting for this for a very, very long time. Well, pretty much about a week now that I think about it. And we're going to be exploring all throughout this entire video in this area, even up until the third encounter. Now, over in the Raid Secrets Discord, me and a few others are in a disagreement as to whether or not this part or this room will be part of the second encounter. I personally don't think that it is. Some people do. They think that the tubes aren't necessarily a means of transporting, your team after you complete the second encounter, but are actually part of the second encounter. These tubes are very similar to the ones we've seen at the very end of the video, and I'm sorry for not, going up closer to look at them last time. But you have this room as is the first part of the space area. And immediately after this, you have a bunch of doors here. Unfortunately, all these doors don't really go anywhere. They're just decorations. There aren't any enemy spawn points, which also makes me believe that unless you literally just fight the boss up here and fight all the enemies down below, this isn't necessarily a encounter. Oh, right. One last thing before we move on, I want to show you that there are indeed an entire fleet of Fallen outside, a whole bunch of skiffs and a massive catch. I can already tell that this raid is going to be very, very interesting. Now, most of these doors are fake. There is one that is real, and it is this door right here. Unfortunately, I can't get on the other side normally, so I'll have to show you this part out of the map. Beyond it lies the jumping puzzle, so let's go to that. Alright, so on the other side of that door, you go into this tunnel that takes you up past a yellow observation room. This just lets you get another view onto the spaceship ahead of you that we will soon be very thoroughly exploring. Beyond that, just a little bit of passageways with twists and turns. There's this little small engine room. I think I don't know, I just try to get a better view on it here. It's just an observation post that you can see. I don't think that there's any encounters that happen here or anything like that. It's just, you beat the first boss, and as you're moving between encounters, you have a whole bunch of nice views into into what lies ahead. Also, the whole engine aesthetic, like space station-y, how should I say this? Almost cyberpunk-y. Is you'll see it throughout the entire raid. Now, eventually you come past another similar door as you come through and you come outside. This is where the jumping puzzle starts. And it's probably one of the best they've ever made. I'm just gonna say it preemptively. I think you'll see why. As I do the jumping puzzle in the background, I think now would be a decent time for me to just plug in some usual stuff. once again, thank you very much to all the people in the Raid Secrets Discord, Eli, especially Froggy. I believe Henry also has been kind of very, very helpful in some cases. Thank you all for helping. I hope that, I'm actually glad to see that all, glitchers can come together to do something this great. And I also want to say thank you to the fans. Thank you guys so very, very much. That part 2 video that where I first showed the crypt, you guys were I thought I was excited, but man, you guys blew it out of the park. Thank you so much for getting me past 1,000 subs finally. It's been a meme for over 3 years. Also, during the jumping puzzle, these fans are solid and they will kill you. Try to avoid them. I just did it to, just to see how it is. But as I was saying, thank you so much, guys. I greatly appreciate it. I'm taking your feedback into account. I know the last video had too much volume. That was my mistake. I lowered it by half this time around. I'm trying to speak up a bit more into this microphone. The beta's a new one. And by the way, I'm gonna quickly pause again. There is a raid chest, guys. We found a raid chest. Unfortunately, there's nothing in it currently. I've tried to open it. Nothing came out. Same thing with a few of the other people that have opened it. However, when it comes time to for the actual raid when it drops on Saturday, there you go. You're basically handed a chest. I don't know why Bungie did this, but hey, you're handed a chest. Now, from here on out, you're going to go on the left side. You're going to climb inside, and then this is going to be the third encounter, the descent. More of those catches and skiffs in the background. And there's a nice view of Europa. Yeah, it's kind of weird to be looking down on Europa from space, but it actually looks kind of interesting. Not gonna lie. This video in itself, I saved it. I was waiting for this for a very long time. I wanted you guys to see this. Well, this in particular. This jumping puzzle, the entire aesthetic, and this next encounter coming up. I've been saving it for just, basically clearing up all the other stuff so I can make an entire video directly for this area alone, and it still took up 15 minutes. I would have loved to just, been able to cover everything in the raid in one video, but it would have probably taken over an hour to do so, and I definitely would not want to do that. So, you end the jumping puzzle by going into this hangar room, which I'm assuming is where the ships would park, and you go through that door. Before you go through that door, I'm actually going to go to a nearby hangar room, so just, to explore, because that's really what I want to do. I want to explore inside the raid. I want to show you guys what lies in and why I consider it to be the best, probably one of the best raids they've ever made, at least aesthetically. I don't know the actual encounters currently. And that's right there. There in the distance is right where we started. You see that little red dot over there? Ooh. I should have zoomed in onto it with my sniper. That was my mistake. And yeah, this one's more desolate. There's nothing behind that door up ahead, unfortunately, but still, it's actually really, really cool area. So let's, gonna just briefly look at the catch in the distance, and then we'll go inside of the room. Oh, look at those skiffs. I wonder what part they'll play in the raid. Beyond that door lies where we thought you initially got teleported. So about a week ago, I managed to glitch into Rapture, and then the furthest we got was in this area. We were a little trapped. We thought that screening was teleport. Beyond it is this purple hallway where I took that screenshot for the second video. And it's beautiful, man. What can I say? It's one of those There's a lot of these. There's two main aesthetics in this raid. It's like cyberpunky, like wiry with turbines and stuff, and then there's like server farms with like neon techno stuff like that. It's actually kind of interesting, not gonna lie. So the fourth of the 5 areas in this raid is Rapture. And it's relatively kind of a small area, to be honest, but I think there's lots of stuff that happen. Also, I haven't been doing this, and I feel really ashamed. You guys pointed out in my last video, but there are these data pads. There's 5 of them in the raid. There's one of them right here in Rapture. I think this is the last one. You pick it up. It's little. It's the Stranger's Logs. You pick up all 5 for a ghost, I believe, and it's a triumph. So beyond this door lies the third encounter, and thanks to Henry, who I previously mentioned, you can actually get inside of it. Thank you very much, Henry. So, beyond this door lies this room. This pretty massive room. There's like that massive engine in the middle, typical. And on the other side from where you came in is this big platform. I believe that there might be a boss of some sort up here. If you've seen the leaks, it's likely that you'll face Tanix or whoever, if Tanix is the code word, whoever the final boss is in this room. He'll likely be standing on the opposite side there. This room looks like it's split off into two parts. There's a right part and a left part, and they're sort of subdivided by that giant engine in the middle, but not totally. And you see there are these four little sections that stand out. Apparently you're depositing nukes in this encounter, and I think that these four little subdivisions are where the machines where you deposit the nukes will be. Although, seeing as this is the patrol zone, they're not currently loaded. But we'll see on Saturday if whether or not our predictions are right. So this area is somewhat symmetrical, but there are some things that stand out between both of them. And these little the catwalks are part of them. So as you can see, that right there is what I think is one of the places where you deposit a nuke. And strangely enough, there's no floor here, so you can easily get out of the map. Don't think that'll be there in the final version though. So apparently you somehow deposit nukes, and after that you descend. Well, I think you blow up the ship and you descend down below to an escape pod, which I will show in a few moments. And I'm just looking around, looking to get the general geometry of things, looking to see how this area looks. So what I will do is I'll just I'll just shut up, wait until we get to the next section where we go to the escape pods, and I'll let you guys have a look without me yapping about. Alright, now I think it's time to go down below. So I believe that platform over there slowly descends like the elevator we had in Callus, and you go to this four-way cross intersection. The three of the paths are you can't really progress. And then you go down this flaming tunnel. Oh my god, run, the fucking ship is exploding. Run, 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 run. It would actually be funny if there was like a Rise of Iron like style timer where if you don't make it to the escape pod in time, you'll wipe. But I digress. And at the end of this tunnel is the escape pod, which is the way I believe you will be heading down to Europa. So let me recap. You go up to this ship, you arm nukes on this war satellite, and you blow it up, and you crash back down to Europa in an escape pod. Isn't that probably one of the most amazing things you've ever done? And one person did manage to get into the final area, though they've used a very special method that I can't replicate, and there's the escape pod. And they've shown that yes, indeed, this satellite will crash at the very end. So, I want to end this video here. Thank you all so much for coming along with me on this journey. Thank you so much for sticking with me as I show you what lies in this raid. You guys are awesome. Part 5 will show how exactly to do this, and I'll hopefully catch you in the video